Okay, welcome back. I'm just going to show you kind of the outline of how Blackboard works and how I've set it up. Please do pay attention because there's some things in there which may be kind of new. So I'm going to assume that you've already got a Blackboard account, you've already logged in, you've already picked the course, and now you're staring at this screen. So let's just kind of go through it. So, welcome message. Yes, this is an online course with video lectures. It's not self-paced. Again, I've mentioned that before. A lot of people just have the wrong idea that online courses are self-paced. Things that you should do. Here's the things you ought to do first before the class starts. Obtain a copy of the book. That'd be pretty doggone handy. Read the course syllabus. Yeah, that'd be handy. Watch the introductory videos, which is the videos that we just did. So more than likely you've already seen those. Introduce yourself in the discussion forum, and then install whatever software you need to do Word documents and some diagrams. Typically what's going to happen is every week you're going to go to the weekly section, and it's going to tell you to read a chapter, watch a video, complete an assignment or something, and then write in your weekly journal. And we'll go through that in just a bit. So here's some course information, and the first part is a little bit about me, about the textbook. There's an electronic version of the textbook, which is perfectly okay. The course syllabus. Yes, you're going to have to pay attention to the course syllabus. We're going to have an exam on what's in, to see if you've been paying attention to the video lectures and what's in here, what's in the syllabus. Cool. This is the PowerPoint presentation that we just finished, so you probably don't need to do that again. The course objectives, that's kind of boring. Okay, the course calendar. I've already loaded all of the due dates for all the items. So basically that means, here's when the syllabus test is due. Here's when assignment 1 is due. So you could pull this down on your phone and have all of your due dates all put in there. Kind of cool. A little bit of online learning, good stuff about, how to interact online. The student dashboard, of course, is everything you ever want to know. All the things that are due and late, all your tasks, kind of useful stuff. Here's the guts of the thing is in the course content. Every week you need to go here and click on one of these weeks, and it's going to give you a list of things to do. So I'm just going to pick week 2 here. So week 2 is going to tell you, read this chapter, watch these videos, turn in this assignment, create a journal entry. Now, this is from another course, this example I'm showing you, so don't freak out. But here's the typical kind of things I ask in the journal. What was the cooking analogy that I used to describe data versus information? In other words, are you paying attention? What component was missing in figure 1.7? Again, were you paying attention? How many parts are there in the standard SDLC that's different than what was in the book? See? Are you paying attention? Describe what can happen if a business does not have an integrated database. So that's typically what it's going to be. It's going to be, read the chapters, watch the videos, answer, turn in something, take a quiz, turn in an assignment, and answer some questions. So we're going to do that in just a moment. Okay, so lecture notes. Lecture notes is where I put my notes. So it kind of makes sense that you would pay attention to these things too. I mentioned to you before that I submit my lecture notes after the quiz. After the lecture. So for example, you don't actually get chapter 1's lecture notes until the week of chapter 2. I know it sounds weird. But again, this is important because these notes are things where these are just text documents. I don't even put them in Microsoft Word. They're not spell checked or anything. These are my notes, okay? But I do look at my notes when I'm doing the quizzes, so it would be smart for you to look at them as well. Supplemental material. I don't actually have any supplemental material in there right this very second. Communication. This is how we talk to each other in an online course. Announcements. I don't have any announcements in there right this very second. Email. Now, I say email, okay? But that's not what it's called. It's called course messages. So whenever I say Blackboard email, this is what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is the main way to communicate between you and I. Good. Discussion forums. There's 3 forums out there. Introduce yourself. So you just go here, you click, and you say, hey, I'm Bob, I'm a senior, I have 3 cats and a dog. And, whatever you want to say. But please do introduce yourself to me and the rest of the students. This course feedback is have anonymous access turned on, so you can go in there and rant and rave and say, well, that question number 2 is not right. Or what'd you guys think about this? And, whatever. It's kind of a free-for-all. The grading notes is a closed forum where I go and put in the comments about here's what the average score was for for the quiz number 1. Average score was an 88, and 30% of you people missed this question, so let's go over this one more time. That kind of stuff. And I mentioned to you guys before, I'll mention it again, that I've been known to put Easter eggs in those grading notes. Something along the lines of, the first 5 people who send me respond to this via Blackboard email get an extra 5 points on their next quiz. Now, I said Blackboard email, didn't I? Okay? So if you send it to me some other way, that won't count. All right. So that's discussion forums. Journals. This is where you go in on a weekly basis and you create a journal to answer the questions. And we're going to do that in just a second. Assignments. This is the list of all of the assignments in the course when they're due. Now, they don't actually show up here. They show up about 2 weeks before they're due. And so you actually click on these things to be able to submit your assignment. You pull down the information, you do the assignment, you come back here, and you submit your assignment via the assignment system on this page. That's how it's done. Similarly, the quizzes and exams. Here's a list of all the quizzes and exams and when they're due. Now, these typically show up a week before they're due. So same thing is you go here, you take the exam here on this page, and it'll get graded. Okay. Gradebook is, I'm not a student here, so I don't show, but this is where it would show up all your grades, and this is where you'd start to go get the feedback that I send you. Okay, the rest of the stuff is kind of boilerplate. It talks about, university resources and getting Blackboard help. I will tell you, if you're new to Blackboard, let's say you're new to the journal part, there's some videos below this that talks about how to do an assignment, how to do a quiz, and how to do a journal. These are from Blackboard, they're not mine. Please do view those if you have any questions about that. So, again, let's go over some of the things that you would expect to do in a weekly task. This example here from another course. This is kind of typical. So let's say it's time for me to answer this question. What was the cooking analogy that I used to describe the data? All right. So I'm going to go to my journal. Go to my journal and then click here, and then I'm going to create me. Hello? Okay, I'm going to create me a journal entry. So I click on this. Dang, this is being pokey. Okay. So let's say this was week 2. Oh, behave. So this is week 2. And you're answering the question about some cooking analogy. And so I'm going to say, I don't know, beans. And so the answer for number 2 might be 12. The answer for number 3 might be kumquat. Short, sweet. There could be complete sentences. It's very possible. It's never going to be like an entire paragraph. And I don't expect you to put these in Word or anything like that. Just short and sweet. These are just to show me. This is my way. If this was a face-to-face course, I'd be going around the class saying, okay, did you get that? This is my way of getting feedback saying that you actually paid attention in class. So I'm going to hit the button, and now I've posted a journal. Okay, that's basically all there is to being an online student and the way I've got the course set up in Blackboard. So the next time you see me, it'll be the lecture for week 1.